Ask my stuff. In these clips, I share prompt desk reviews of cycling stuff I use and then answer your questions on this stuff in comments. More details in the description. Part 1 today. Tubolito light tubes. Park Tool 3-way hex key. Velotoze overshoes. And Garmin Edge 520 Plus cycling computer. Tubolito is my first experience with plastic tubes. Such tubes are much thinner and lighter than classic rubber ones, but there is much concern on their reliability. Super pleased with results on my gravel bike so far. I haven't come across any cons in comparison to their rubber competitors. No increase in pressure loss, nothing. A thing I like most about Tubolitos: weight saving. I ran Schwalbe N17 rubber tubes before. They were around 160 grams each. Tubolitos of similar size are just 60, meaning minus 100 grams each. What I'd like to see improved? Removable valve cores. For now, they are not. Conclusion. I'm so glad about the results that I already bought a couple more for my road bike. What you see is actually a road one, because my gravel tubes are on duty. Price to value, 5 out of 5. A lot of times cyclists pay much more to save less weight. Match in need score, 5 out of 5. You pop them in and just ride. Three hex keys combined in one park tool. I guess most cyclists own this kind. They are offered as different combos. I prefer 4, 5, 6 mm one. A thing I like most about it. No need to switch tools. You tighten a 6 mm compression plug on a steerer tube and immediately switch to 4 mm stem bolts. However, in some simple cases, it may be absolutely useless, like doing the bolts on your bottle cage. A thing I like to see improved. Better quality hex ends would be nice, like German Vera ones, for example. Conclusion. 4, 5, 6 mm combo is simply a tool which covers 90% of your hex key needs. So, price to value, 5 out of 5. Nothing extraordinary though, and you could be just as happy with a cheaper alternative. Match in need score, 5 out of 5. Super handy also for those who air travel with a bike. You can still assemble a bike with a foldable multi-tool, but a 3-way wrench is much better. You may have a zipper or a velcro on your classic overshoe cuffs, and neither will stop water leaks from the top. But what could stop it? These simple elastic cuffs of Velotoze overshoes. A thing I like most about it, once you are through the quest of putting them on, they provide the best possible protection against water spray. A thing I'd like to see improved, durability. This is the first gen, and now the second gen is on the market, with a promise of increased durability. Not an easy task, I would say, considering these overshoes are still one piece of latex. The area around cleats will always be prone to punctures, in my opinion. Conclusion. Unrivaled water protection combined with inevitable durability issues. Price to value, 3 out of 5. I got my pair on sale for something like $8, but they normally retail at 20. Not sure I'd pay that much. Need score, 2 out of 5. I like to have a pair on a shelf just in case it rains while I desperately want to ride. But this happens once a year. Normally, I would just go on a better day. I bought this Garmin Edge 520 Plus around 3 years ago and have done around 15,000 kilometers with it. In addition to usual sensors, I have been using other accessories with it: Di2 system, power meters, Garmin radar and lights. A thing I like most about this Edge: navigating through unfamiliar roads in new places all around the world. But Di2 wireless features are also nice. A thing I'd like to see improved: integration with Garmin watches, also known as extended display mode, could be much better. Conclusion: it's one of the most expensive, but at the same time useful cycling accessories I've ever bought. It has been succeeded by Edge 530, but I'm still happy with this 520. So, price to value 4 out of 5. It would be 5 if not some well-known complications of so-called Garmin ecosystem. Much in need score 5 out of 5. I ride with it almost all the time. That's all for today. More stuff is coming next time. Should you have any questions on the stuff just seen, feel free to ask them in comments.